Funny, my voice is cracking a little bit, and I'm actually feeling just fine. So how is everybody tonight? I am so happy that we're able to be back.
Go to the bottom so we can get audio check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll say hi to everybody in just a second. Let's just make sure that you can hear me, that you can hear Jeff. Is my talking and the sound in sync? All that kind of stuff. George Kemp. Oh my God, it's like being part of the Waltons as we wait this time every week. Oh my God, George, you're hilarious.
Okay, sound and audio is good.
Okay, good, perfect. All right, so first things first, welcome to Tasty Tuesday. And if you are new here, this is a live cooking show where strange things have been known to happen. And Jeff gives me surprise ingredients. I have no idea what they are. And then I have to cook with them. And tonight I was like, you know what? We're doing a video in the combi tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I think I still have the bread in there. We didn't even look at this. I don't think. Did you switch this out?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay. So I still have the bread from a test batch. I'll have to get a clean one. Anyway, so I decided that whatever he brings me, which I don't know what it is, I am going to cook it in the combi. We'll see. Going to force my hand to kind of learn the combi a little bit more than I do bread in it all the time, but I haven't done a whole lot else in it. Okay, so I don't know what the ingredients are, but I do know what ingredients these are. And this is because this came up on our live New Year's Eve party. And somebody was talking about cold start French fries. And I thought, how weird is that? So basically what you do is you cut your fries, you soak them in water, we're gonna dry them off with paper towels, you put them into a pot on the stove with oil covering them, and then you turn the oil on. So normally, you drop the food that you're frying into hot oil. This time you don't. And apparently you don't have to monitor temperatures, and apparently you just keep it on medium heat as it just slowly bubbles. And according to the person who tried them, she said they were fabulous, golden brown, fluffy on the inside, and so much easier than deep frying. So we're going to give it a try tonight. But I'm not going to get that started quite yet because I'm going to let Jeff give me the surprise ingredients. And actually, let me say hi to people. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So this is when some people think that I sound like I'm running Romper Room, so forgive me, but I think it's important to say hi to everybody that takes their time out of their busy day to come and join us. Hi Melba, how are you? Yes, we are feeling better. I will go over all that nonsense with everybody because this was a real scary actually flu. Or whatever, I don't even know what it is, but I'm assuming the flu. Hey, Carrick, how are you? Tonight, we're actually going to get to kind of go over our trip to Australia. So we're really excited. Jeff put together a little thing that shows our travels so you guys can see where we're going to go in Australia. And for those of you that don't know we're going to Australia, we're going to Australia. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Hey, Ronald, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Hey, Matthew. Hi, Kathy. Thank you so much. Yes, we're feeling better, Kathy. Hey, Jane, how are you? Hi, Erin. Hey, Barbara. Hello, Craig. How are you? Oh, Craig, you're reminding me because you are the absolute 100% always present on Sundays. And I just wanted to let you know that when I'm in Australia, which is going to be the month of March 3rd to April 9th, I believe, I don't think I'm going to be able to do those premieres because we're in a totally different time zone. Like Sunday mornings, I think, would be Monday late night.
Late at night, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't even want to even think about it. I'm still going to put videos out, but I won't be doing the lives now, or the live premieres where we chat. Now, I am perfectly fine having the chat set up so you guys can chat in there if you want. That might be a cool way to go. And then I just won't be in it because I won't be asleep. I mean, I won't be awake. I'll be asleep, I think. Anyway, all right. So that's that little housekeeping. Hi, George. How are you? Hey, Barbara. How are you? And Norma. How are you? And Jan. Wayne. How are you? And Vicky. How are you? And let's see. Hey, Palm Beach Peter. How are you? I loved your messages on the last video. Thank you so much. That really made me smile. All right, great. I'm glad the video is good and the sound is good. Thank you, guys. Hi, Patricia. How are you? You're still awake. Oh, speaking of that, so I am thinking about moving these to 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock. I'm getting old. I'm usually in bed by 8 o'clock. And so I'm finding that like at this time, 7 o'clock, the thought of like just starting to cook dinner is like, oh my goodness, I want to go to bed. So I'm thinking about moving them to 6:30. Probably when we get back. Yeah, probably.
We only got one more before we leave.
Yeah, so probably when we get back, we'll start moving them to 6:30. See how that works for everybody. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? Oh, Bonnie said she's going through withdrawal. We're back. Hi, Leanne, how are you? Hi, Robin, how are you? Hi, Joanne. Hi, Donna. Gosh, so many people are here. Wow, we need to disappear a little bit longer. I mean, a little bit more often. Hey, Debbie, how are you? I hope everything's great. Hey, Joni, how are you? Hi, Mayor. Oh, chilly San Francisco Bay Area. Oh my goodness, it's cold here in Mississippi where we are. And I think we're getting snow tonight, believe it or not. And we also had a plumbing issues, which I'm going to talk about too. I've got a lot to talk about, so be prepared here. Yappy Kathy's, and my first name is Catherine, by the way, in case you don't know that. That's why I said Yappy Kathy. I'm not insulting anybody else. It's me, and I'll be yapping all night tonight. All right. Hi, Anna. How are you? Hi, Carla. How are you? I'm wondering about that. I took a COVID test and it was negative, but oh my gosh, I'm wondering whether or not it was COVID. It was pretty darn scary, honestly. And I'm a nurse, for those of you that don't know, or was. I've retired now. So I get it, and I was able to get all the stuff on board that I needed to get on board. But I was in bed straight for like 2 days. I didn't eat. I've lost 15 pounds. I don't know if you can tell. You may not be able to tell. And, don't feel like you have to say, oh, you look great. I did. I lost 15 pounds,
Keep talking. I'm just going to adjust this.
I'm not going to be able to keep talking while he's adjusting, right? What's wrong with it?
It was just pointing away from your mouth, and I thought
well, I don't even think anyone have a problem with my big mouth.
I could put it on the counter.
You could put it in the next house, and people can hear me. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hi, Leanne. We have so many people here. Hi, Linda. Can you go up a little bit? Hey, Ann. How are you? Oh my gosh, there are so many people. Cheryl, how are you? Hey, Dot. How are you? Lori, Kay Chase. How are you? And Patricia Deming says the earlier the better. She's over. I think you're in the UK, right? And I know George won't care if it's earlier, right? Hey, Miles, how are you? Hi, Linda. Oh, no, you've got the flu. Oh, Lord, just get plenty of rest. Don't overdo it, because if you do, you get set back a little bit. It's really kind of icky.
Like 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, not that much. My friend Amber's still sick. She got sick a couple days after me, and she's still sick. Cheryl, I didn't get tested for the flu. I was covering all the bases, so I didn't get tested. I kind of figure I know I have something like the flu. I knew I did. But anyway, I'm a nurse. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a nurse, and no, I didn't go.
When's the last time you were out of this house? It's been... It's been a while.
Right. It has been. 3 weeks? Well, no, that's not true, because I got better and we went home. And we commuted here every day. For a few days. And then I got sick again. I got a double whammy. So anyway, and a high school kid brought it in. One of our interns brought it in. I mean, it happens, right? Anyway.
All right.
I'm still saying hi. There's still new people. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Colleen. How are you? This isn't crazy. So many people. Oh no, Debbie's sick, back in the hospital. Oh no, Debbie, you'll have to fill me in. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, I think, and hey, Colleen, did I say hi to you? I don't remember. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. Colleen was in the hospital. My goodness gracious. Hey, Jeff, do you know why this cutting board is like...
I do not know. That's the one that I treated with the oil, and I noticed that there was also something over here that's not there now. So I don't know what's going on. I don't think
that's kind of interesting. It's just
probably needs another.
Yeah.
Right there's what I was looking at earlier.
Oh well, no big deal. It's a cutting board, right? Meant to be used. Okay, so Jeff is going to bring me the surprise ingredients. And then I'm going to have to find a clean pan for this. And I'm going to then start the french fries. So we got a lot going on. And I was supposed to talk about other things, but let's do the ingredients first. I am not going to close my eyes this time. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm wearing different contacts. I have the bifocal, they're called multifocal, but they're like bifocal. And I'm noticing that the bright light is hitting a weird spot. And I don't want to be closing my eyes and then opening them, closing them, and opening them because I'm afraid I'm going to get dizzy and I really don't want to fall on the floor in front of you guys. So I'm going to leave my eyes open because I usually guess blindfolded, well, not blindfolded, but eyes closed, what the ingredients are, but not today. Okay. So, okay, George. George has a question talking of assistants, which is our interns, employees, whatever you want to call them, is the new guy with you tonight. I forget his name. Why am I having trouble? It's not Wyatt, the other one. Nathan. I just can't remember. I'm sorry. No, they're on hold. They are staying away from me. We are leaving in 3 weeks. They are high school kids. If one of them gets sick again and brings something back to me again, I'm down and out for the count. Like, it's over, right? So no, they're on hold till after we get back from Australia. I can't play around, like, because I know it was them. It was probably not Nathan, but anyway, it was the other one. Which I don't blame him, but you know, I know. Nobody in the house. I'm very careful now. I'm not going out unless I absolutely have to. The flu is rampant around here. And knowing that I got it twice, different symptoms, like one was more severe, the second one was way more severe than the first one. I don't even trust that I wouldn't get it a third time, which of course is not usual. You know, usually you build up immunity, but I don't know how many strains are out there this year. I'm not doing it. So the answer is no until we get back.
Okay. Before we get the ingredients, Vicki has a question. I know you said this at the beginning, but what's that contraption beside you?
Okay. This contraption is the Ninja Combi, and it is not taking the place of the Foodie. It's just a different appliance. It does pretty much everything that the Ninja Foodie does, except it doesn't pressure cook. But it air fries, it bakes, it broils, it can steam crisp. It's really nice for bread. Small quantities of bread. You can't do huge, 6-cup loaves of sourdough because it's not that big inside. So I have it here. Now I've been working on different ways of cleaning it, and I really cleaned it really well. Because it was almost not black, but very, very dirty. It's very easy to clean inside, but I used a little bit of, what's that stuff called?
Barkeep's.
Yeah, Barkeeper's Friend.
Yeah.
And I let it sit on there, and it sort of discolored this a little bit. So that's not going to be the way we
Discolored is better than dirty.
But it is clean. It is very clean. But it kind of dulled it a little bit. So we're not going to recommend using that on it. So I'm trying out different things to see how to clean it. So I just wanted to explain that, why it looks a little, if you can even see in there, looks a little dull.
Yeah, it looks good, actually.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't clean it with Barkeeper's Friend, and I cleaned it really well. Looks great. Yeah, so don't use Barkeeper's Friend. Don't use baking soda or anything like that. It will dull the finish off on the inside. Now, it's not going to affect the way it cooks, though. So that's the Ninja Combi, and I've used it in a couple videos. I use it quite a lot, though. I just made the best grilled cheese sandwich in it. It was like 10 minutes. And grilled cheese sandwiches, if you're picky like I am, and I am super, super duper picky, I can stand at the stove for a good 20 minutes or so making the perfect grilled cheese, because you've got to keep your heat correct. There's a lot of things you got to take into consideration. And then if you add in ham in the middle, you've got to really work to balance how you toast the bread with the butter on it and to get the cheese melted, but the toast not over toasted, and then the ham has to be warm. And I fail a lot on the stovetop. So in this, it is the toast function for 10 minutes on medium, and it works perfectly. And I just made the best ham, cheese, and Thousand Island dressing sandwich, which was kind of a Reuben with things that I had here in the house, minus sauerkraut and using ham instead of corned beef, and using American cheese instead of Swiss. So it really wasn't a Reuben at all, but it reminds you of that. It was delicious. All right, I haven't talked to anybody in a long time. Can you guys tell tonight? I am really, really just... Okay, are we ready?
We've been ready.
All right.
I'm going to spell it out for you with this one.
Whoa.
So I'm going to put them in a weird order.
Okay.
But once you get them, you tell me what I gave you for the first three things, and that's what I was aiming for.
Okay.
Make whatever you want.
Okay. Cilantro. Okay, I like cilantro. Where did you go to the store? This is an odd bag.
That's from Food Giant.
Oh, $1. Okay. All right.
I don't know if that's really $1. I don't know what I paid for it, but the guy that was
working...
Well,
since it's a big dollar, I hope you paid $1.
I guess I did. The guy who was doing the produce, I was talking to him.
Hair on you.
I don't know.
You had cat hair. Oh, you're not on camera. You don't have to worry too much about it.
You
have a lot of cat hair.
I told him what we were making, and I needed cilantro, and he said, "Oh, I've got some back there."
Oh, okay, cool.
And he went and got it for me.
All right, and lots of limes. Okay.
And then
kind of enjoying this
the
already.
last one that spells out what I want.
These are thighs.
Yeah, that's fine. I want thighs.
Spells out what you want. I wouldn't know what you want with this.
Tell me what I just gave you. What did I just give you? Just say what I gave you.
Okay.
It's not that complicated.
Oh, okay, but it is, because cilantro lime chicken, I would never use thighs for. So that's why I'm kind of confused.
Well, I actually found a recipe for using thighs.
Oh.
And
I mean, I like thighs, don't get me wrong, but I would always use breast. Like, I'm actually working on a recipe for this, and I use breast. Okay, no problem. We'll use thighs. That'll be interesting.
See how it comes out.
I'm kind of weirded out by it, though. I've got to be honest with you. I'm like not excited about this at all. And the problem too is that it should be marinated for at least an hour. We're not going to be able to do that.
Well, this recipe that I found says to marinate for about 15 minutes uncovered, so we can do the fries while it marinates.
Okay. All right.
And then
I got to really think about what I'm going to do.
Along with that, I'm
going to do whatever I want.
Some spices.
And that's what I do anyway. That's the whole thing with Tasty Tuesday. He thinks he's going to come up with something, he's going to have a recipe that he wants me to follow. He gets the idea there so he can get the ingredients, and then half the time I don't even do what he wants me to do. But I'm kind of weirded out by this. I got to be honest with you. It's just, I like thighs in a lot of different ways, but not for this dish. I would never use them. Now watch me say that they're delicious, but I don't know if I'm going to make cilantro lime chicken. I don't know about this. I'm a little off-putted by thighs with this dish. I've said that a million times, but I am.
All right, and then this is a side.
Okay, sour cream. All right. Cheese. Oh, corn. Very interesting. Now it's coming together. Now I think I know what I'm going to make. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to make now. And unfortunately, I would maybe put rice with this. Okay, I think that would be really good. Jeff is watching his carbs, so I'm not going to do that to him.
Do you want to make rice and have it on the side?
No, because it would actually go in with the dish itself. So I got to think about this a little bit, guys, because these thighs are really throwing me off.
Do you want a frozen chicken breast?
No. And I don't have time to marinate, and nothing's going to be marinated in 15 minutes. I don't care what that recipe says. That's not going to happen. So I'm just thinking it through. I think I got it. I think I have it. Okay. All right. Anything else before we start
that's all the
cooking?
Ingredients.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put some of these on the back counter because we need to prep them obviously. And I'm still not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with this.
Obviously, you can add anything you want.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, anybody have any ideas? Like, you tell me if you have any ideas of what you want or what you would make with this, and then I will tell you what I think I'm going to do. But first, I'm going to start getting these drained off a little bit. Okay. All right, can you go down a little bit?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's new comments. See them?
Is new?
See the little button?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Now you gotta probably go up a little bit. The thighs are skinless, boneless. It's not that I have to debone them. It's that I don't want to use them in the way that I would make cilantro chicken. I'm funny. What can I say? I'm a funny person. I like certain kinds of chicken for certain things, and thigh meat does not go with this, for me. So I'm not going to use it that way. I'm going to do it something different. Okay. So I usually really like thighs in a lot of things. So people that are saying they like the chicken breast, I understand that. I really do like thighs though, but just not in this kind of a dish. Call me weird. I am. It's okay. All right, so we're gonna get these really dried off. So they've been soaking for a little over an hour, probably about 90 minutes. And we're gonna get them dried off and then into the pan. And I don't know if, oh, you do have a camera going over there. Okay. And this is just the starch water. I'll just set that back there right now. And, oh my gosh, I just realized I'm wearing leggings. I don't usually wear leggings on Tasty Tuesday. I wear them for videos. That's funny. Oh well. I usually wear jeans on Tasty Tuesdays. Whoops, I just dropped some.
Full or fry.
Yeah, we're not going to eat those, that's for sure. Okay. Oops. I know my countertop's clean because I cleaned it. Or Jeff probably cleaned it, not me. All right. I'm just going to roll these one more time. And I'm kind of excited to see how this works. All right, so according to the instructions, we put the fries in. We turn the heat on medium, so I'm going to keep it on 5 on my induction stove. That one's a little bit bigger than the rest, but we'll see. And I guess we're having French fries for an appetizer. Now, what is that in there? That was just, oh, some off the fry. All right, and apparently you don't want them overlapping, and you don't want them like, if you put them on top of each other, you're supposed to like crisscross them a little bit. And apparently like what's gonna happen is they're gonna soften, and they're gonna be kind of fragile before they start to crisp up. So apparently they could break pretty easily, so you're not supposed to even do anything with them. Now I only have 1 potato here, so I think it's gonna be pretty easy to get this in here. We'll have to find out. We won't say who it is, whose recipe it is that Jeff found, but I will have him go over the recipe after I explain how I'm not doing anything that he wants me to do. All right. But I think it's going to be delicious anyway. It's going to be super easy to do. All right, let's open this up. This is some oil that I've already used for deep frying, and I've filtered it, so it should be fine. Now, apparently you just put a single layer of oil. A single layer, you know what I mean? Just so it's covering the fries. So that looks about good there. Make sure they're all being covered, and then you do nothing. I mean,
is that one covered? That big white one? There you go.
This one?
Yeah, big one.
Kinda, sorta, not.
No,
that one. Okay. Once it starts boiling, though, I think it's gonna be okay. You know, once it starts simmering, I think they'll be okay.
Now they're all covered.
All right. So there is something that I love to eat, and I haven't made it in a long time. And it is Mexican, what is it called? elote?
That's why I brought the corn.
Okay, so, but instead of just doing an elote with the corn, I am going to do a version of elote as like a stir fry. So it's gonna have the chicken already in it. That way it's gonna be super easy to make. And we're gonna be able to char it on a pan in the combi. So I'm probably gonna use air fry for this. And I haven't worked out all the details, but we're gonna wing it. Hey, Laura, good evening, how are you? Okay, so yeah, it would be great to throw some tortillas with it, but Jeff is doing low carb and I'm gonna respect that. So of course the corn's got a little carbs in it, but
I can eat around the corn.
Well, the vegetable, you don't eat around the corn.
What?
But the vegetables in this dish, I mean, I don't consider, like, he's not keto, so I don't really consider the corn to be a big issue. There's not going to be enough of it, right? He's only got 2 ears of corn.
Vicky said debone your thighs. They're already
deboned, yeah.
Boneless, skinless.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be easy to trim them up. I'm not going to even use them all because we only have 2 ears of corn, so I'll just do 2 chicken. This will just be dinner for 2, which is nice because it's already starting to sizzle. The corn is dried out. It's not corn season, so I'm not expecting too much from this. Where did you get the corn? Food Giant too?
I did look to see, and it looked like pretty good kernels.
Yeah, it actually.
I was surprised.
Yeah, it actually doesn't look too bad, really.
I'm sure it's been sitting in a silo someplace for months.
Yeah. I've got to go over and clean it off, though, pretty well to get the silk off, because I'm going to have to take it off the cob. So I'll do that. Now I'm trying to think of some things that I might have in the freezer or the refrigerator, or even freeze dried. Like I wish I had a red pepper, but I don't think I have any peppers in the refrigerator. I don't have a jalapeno pepper. That would have been really nice, but I do have some freeze dried.
We have those other peppers, the Guadalajara.
Yeah, that wouldn't work because they're dried. I mean, the jalapeno peppers are dried too, but it's kind of that would give a smoky flavor. I mean, I don't know, that might work. But not if I'm just gonna roast on the pan, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roast these on the pan. We're gonna do like a sheet pan meal. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, let me go over here and clean these off.
Say hi to Love for Truth.
I'm sorry?
Love for Truth is in.
Hi, Love for Truth. How are you?
They say, been a while, lots going on, missed you.
Oh, gosh. And yeah, I haven't even talked about, like, the other things that have been going on. But, yeah, it's been crazy. And flu season, like we've been talking about, it's just been awful, awful, awful. I can tell now, because I've been talking so much, that my voice is already starting to kind of go a little bit. I'm just doing this to make it a little bit easier for me to cut it. And we're not going to do anything real fancy here. We're going to just cut it right off here.
If I didn't find corn, I was going to get you a bag of frozen corn. And
yeah. So let's talk about this recipe.
The one that I found?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, tell me the ingredients in it. Obviously, I think I see the ingredients, but tell me how they do it. And what they're, and I'd be interested to see what it looks like.
I'm going to need to find the, because I don't have it pulled up anymore.
I can't read that comment. I for some reason I'm getting blinded by this one light, Jeff. I can't read. I can't read it at all. It's Penelope Ray.
Oh, Nihongo Jin. I don't know what.
I don't know what that means either. I keep an eye just in case. I don't know who Penelope is.
She's having a conversation with Mary.
Okay. Sorry, Penelope. I just wasn't sure. Oh, this one I did not score enough. But I don't know why I can't see down that far. I can see everything else. So I've got these new multifocal contacts I was saying earlier in the video, and it's really nice because now I can see the comments as long as they're like in front of me. Something happens when they're down there, the way the light's shining, it's not good. I can't read it there, but so I can look at the computer and then I can also read ingredients like, you know, on my phone. So it's really been a time saver because I used to have to take on and off reading glasses and things like that. And now I don't have to do that. So I am happy with them. But I'm finding that with these bright lights in here, they kind of give me a little bit of a headache. And again, I can't see like certain things on the screen. That does not happen in my office, so, or out in the real world. I think it's just these lights are so bright, guys. If you would know like what I'm cooking under, it's insane. It's a huge light, like this big above me, directly above me, and then there's light shining in my face all the time from 4 different angles. It's a lot. All right, let me get the tray that this goes on. The French fries are looking fine. I'm not going to do anything to them. They just sit in here and they just bubble away. See how this works. All right, let me get I need the combi tray. Where is it? Is the big question here.
What temp did you have this on? Because it went
5. Off. It went off? God, I'm not going to be able to wear these contacts in here. I mean, those lights are really getting to me.
Well, apparently I don't know what I'm doing. It's locked. How did it lock?
I don't know. This stove is so cheap.
It's not responding to mine.
Okay, there we go. Well, no harm or anything with that. Okay, so I'm just gonna start building this. I am going to put a little bit of avocado oil on here. So did you find that recipe, hon?
I found our recipe. I could find the same one. But this one's similar. It says to put lime and oil and lime juice, cilantro, garlic, cumin, and red pepper flakes together to create a marinade for the chicken.
Mm-hmm. And then you marinate the chicken, and then
toss the chicken to coat, let it marinate. One I saw uncovered for 20 minutes. This one says in the fridge for 30 minutes up to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's basically bacon at 325.
I don't know.
And
I would do a minimum of like a 4-hour marinade. I don't remember what I did in my recipe.
And this is the second cilantro lime chicken recipe I found that had thighs.
Okay, well then I'm a weirdo, but
But every time I've brought you breast, you've said, I prefer thighs.
I know, right? Well, except for cilantro lime chicken. When I'm gonna bake chicken, like I would have done, not cubed up, and I'm gonna bake it, I like the breast. I don't know. But from almost every other reason, I would use something else. I would use this. Now I'm not baking it with the fresh garnishes, except I will cut up a lime. But we're going to use that to squeeze over top at the end. And we'll put the cheese on at the end. So let me get this rinsed off. And we'll just put this on the tray, like kind of I'll slice it and lay it over top of the corn. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, so don't think that I do. I don't. I have no clue. I am going to try to make this easier, though, and get a flat surface. Anytime you can, get a flat surface on your food so that it doesn't roll around. If it's round like a lime, makes it a lot easier, a lot safer. This knife is not sharp enough, obviously.
Carrick said limes only belong in one place, a gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. I don't drink gin and tonic anymore. I used to, but I don't drink it
You're
anymore.
not allowed to have gin, I don't think. I think that's-
No, that's one alcohol that does
Wow.
not agree with me at all. All right, so we're gonna layer seasonings just like I would do in anything else. So I'm gonna use a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of cumin. So let me get the salt, pepper out here. And a little thing here. All right. Little pepper. This is about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I'm gonna add more on the chicken that I'm gonna put on top. Same with the salt, but this is gonna be a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt on the bottom layer. I'm gonna skip the spice. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna skip the spices, but like I'm gonna skip worrying about putting in jalapeno peppers because I only have them freeze dried and I don't think that's gonna work too well. So, because we don't have anything to absorb, for them to absorb as we're cooking. All right, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, kind of going over here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna leave this out though because we're gonna need it. And I'm gonna use smoked paprika instead of regular paprika to bring in a little smoke flavor. If I can find my smoked paprika. I'm not gonna worry about using garlic or even I could put onion in it. You know what? I'm too lazy today. I'm not gonna even put onion in. But that would be good. Onion would be good in it.
Big chunks of onion maybe?
But I'm not going to.
Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't have that on the corn dish, really. All right, smoked paprika, about 1/4 teaspoon on the bottom there. And I do have garlic here. I'm too lazy. I'm lazy. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not feeling it. All right. And anyone that knows me knows I'm really not lazy, but I'm feeling a little lazy. I want to get done. And I'm really having an issue with these lights, Jeff. I don't know what we're going to do. I was filming a video today and the same thing happened, so I was really not too happy about it. All right, so we have 3. I'll use 3 and then we'll put 3 in the refrigerator in just a second. So there's no dimmer switch.
No.
This light.
Pretty much need this amount of light.
All right.
Nothing's changed. That's a weird thing.
I'm gonna try to see if next time I'm in here, which is tomorrow, because I'm filming again tomorrow. We're trying to get caught up for Australia. I'm gonna see if my glasses do it, because this is really not comfortable at all. Okay, so you want to do? Let's look at the Australia trip. And I'm sorry, I can't read the comments, Jeff, because it's hurting my eyes too much. Can you do that for me? And I'm just going to concentrate on seasoning up this chicken and doing it in small bite-sized pieces. And I would definitely put a red pepper if I was to do this for real. If I could pick all the groceries that I used. I'm so sorry, guys, about my...
Oh, Carrick says
Really
it's your
hurting.
contacts. He has multifocal and they can distort light.
Oh, and it's bad. And that stinks because now it doesn't happen so much like when I wear them out of the studio. It's in the studio, which is really a shame because the whole reason that I wanted them was to be able to film with them, but I'm not going to be able to.
And George said, wear my ball cap.
Yeah. I've got like a lot of pressure above my right eye because of it. It's not good at all. I might actually, in fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to get this in. I'm going to season it up, get it in, and then as Jeff is going through, Jeff's going to show you the video of what he put together. It just shows you where we're flying to and stuff. It's a minute video. I'm taking these contacts out and putting my glasses on because I don't think I can handle this much longer. It's very terrible right now. And these things are not cheap.
Well, that'll be a good test to see if the glasses, if it's the problem is just your contacts, then you know not to use those for shooting.
Yeah, but that's why I got them.
And it says, that looks so good. Chicken, lime, corn, sour cream, cilantro, those seasonings, yum.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good and easy peasy. And quicker because we're only going to have to cook this about 15 minutes. The chicken is already, you know, so, you know, smallly diced. And I really, for 2 people, this is actually going to feed more than 2 people. But
You're going to have leftovers.
yeah, but that's okay. Because I think it's going to be really good. All right, you want to show the, or you want to show the video? What do you want to do? Or answer the questions, because I
answer the
cannot look
questions.
at that screen right now.
I wanted to do the video when you can actually see and talk and stuff.
Okay, okay.
So, Tony said, what are you making? I guess you don't really have a name for it yet.
Yeah, can you just go over what I'm doing basically?
Yeah, basically there's, I brought her ingredients for cilantro lime chicken using chicken thighs. So I also brought her ingredients for street corn or elote, but she kind of combined it together, put the corn down on the bottom in some oil and some seasonings on top of that, lime on top of there, and then the cubed up chicken thighs. I think you used what, 2 thighs or 3 thighs?
I use 3. Mhm.
3 thighs. And now they're sitting on the tray and they're getting ready to go into the Ninja Combi.
Yeah, but I have to, and then I guess this can be cleaned. The cutting board can be cleaned too.
I always touch chicken, right? So it needs to be soaked clean.
Yeah, it does need to be so clean. And I should put onions and I should put garlic in there, and I'm just not feeling it because of this light issue is really bad, and I just want to get these in, and I'm not gonna do it. I mean, like, I can barely open my eyes right now, it's so bad. Okay, I'm putting in a 1/4 teaspoon. I measured out a 1/2 teaspoon, but I'm not using all of it. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, another 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I hope it's gonna be salty enough, but we're gonna put cheese on it. It's cotija cheese, so I think it's gonna be okay. And then we're gonna put in some smoked paprika. Yeah, basically the same seasonings that I put on the bottom layer, I'm putting on top, except I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes to the top, just to give it a little spice. We'll see, this will be really interesting. I mean, I could put garlic powder in here too. I'm just not. I'm just not today, right? Have you ever had those days where you're just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not walking 2 feet to get the garlic powder. Not doing it. All right, how spicy do you want?
I don't care.
All right, I'm gonna do 1/2 teaspoon, which I don't think is gonna be too bad. Now, again, red peppers would be great in this. I would probably leave them in strips, but you could dice them too. Lots of things would be good in this, but we don't have lots of things. We have 2 things in limes. Don't put cilantro in now because you don't want to have it get, you don't want to bake the cilantro. That would be terrible. Or air fry it, which is what I'm going to use here. So I'm using the Combi now as an air fryer oven. Let me explain this for people who don't have it. It comes with a pan. It also comes with a sheet pan type of thing. There's 2 levels. I'm going on the high level because there's no real benefit to having the bottom closer to the bottom. Like, I want to get this charred up and cooked, fairly quickly. So I'm going to go on a high temperature for a short period of time. These ingredients can handle that. So we are on air fry now, and we're going to go up as high as it'll go, which I don't know. What is that, 450?
Probably.
Wow, 450, that's a good temperature. And we're gonna hit start. So I'm not really using, now I could have used Steam and Crisp. That would have worked too, but I would have had to have set it up differently with the pan in the bottom with some water, and then put that stuff on the rack that goes on top, like the little frying tray on top of that. But I think a dry heat is going to be better for this dish, a full-on dry heat. So that's why I'm just going with air fry. So any air fryer you could do this in. And if you don't have an air fryer that has like a big tray like this one does, you could put it in an air fryer basket. The only difference is you're just going to need to be moving it around quite a bit because you really want to be able to have it charred, quite evenly over the top. Okay, I can't read the comments. I can't say hi to anybody right now because I cannot see them because this is really driving me crazy. So I'm going to go take them out and put my glasses on, which means I won't be able to read comments anyway because my glasses are so scratched up. But I have new ones and they are available. I just have to go pick them up. So Jeff is going to read and answer questions, or he'll tell me what they are. We're going to take a look here real quick at these French fries.
Cold start French fries.
I mean, they're working, I think.
Yeah. I don't know how long they've been running, but we've been...
I mean, they've been in for at least 20 minutes, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, we've been live for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to just give them a little stir here, I guess, with my spider and see. I mean, they're kind of turning out nice. Like, yeah, that's my cat.
Yeah, what are you doing, Booty?
Oh, and also, while I'm gone, Jeff, can you tell them that we finally rehomed our chicken?
Yes, we rehomed our chicken. So we've got this chicken. I'll come over here so you can see me talking. We have one chicken that survived the flock. We had a flock of 13 this time last year, or March of last year, I guess. And we lost quite a few of them over the summer. We lost a lot of them in the fall. And ultimately, only one survived. They were getting killed by something from the air, so we're thinking probably an eagle, hawk, owl, maybe not an owl because they're usually nocturnal, so we don't think it was necessarily an owl. But whatever it was coming in from above because the chickens were inside of the coop at night with the door closed. And then when the sun was up and the chickens were out, that's when we were losing them, and they were carted off. So raccoons aren't going to carry a chicken over a 6-foot fence, I don't think. But well, anyway, we had one chicken left. She wasn't laying, and she wasn't laying even before all the other ones died, so we just ended up getting stuck with the one that wasn't laying. And we were hoping to do something with her, but she was blind in one eye. We were concerned that if we let her free range or put her where there was no roof, then she would be very vulnerable to a predator. So we kept her in the garage here in kind of a dog crate, and it seemed to be working out okay. And then today the plumber was here, the guy who's going to fix the deck on the back of the house too, so he's coming around for a lot of stuff. And I asked him if he wanted a chicken, and he said yes, and he took her. So he
has a blind chicken.
He says he's going to put her in the coop with his blind chicken, so they should get along just fine.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And let's see if you can read comments now.
I can't look at those.
Still can't?
No, because I've got a splitting headache now. I'm going to be averting that as much as possible right now. I mean, I just had to take some ibuprofen because it is bad, and it happens so fast.
Melissa said, do you still have a restaurant? No, that's
No.
years and years ago.
Yeah. I loved it, but it's no joke. It's a lot of work.
Love for Truth said, oh, sorry for your loss of chickens. Thank you.
Yeah. That was so
We're going to
sad.
start again. Well, when we get back in April, I'm going to fix the coop and make sure it's got a roof on it. And then we're going to figure out what breed of chickens we want to have this time, and
Right.
do our best to raise. I'd like to have at least a dozen, maybe
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, well, we had a nice amount.
You had the perfect amount. I really enjoyed
And we
it.
had a perfect, I think we had a good mix too.
Oh yeah, we had all kinds of them.
I mean, they were beautiful,
They got along
but
with each
yeah,
other.
they got along with each other. We had Lucy, who was loudmouth and crazy, like I Love Lucy, and we had Sky, who was beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And Angel, who was my buddy,
Yeah.
and Velvet. And
Yeah, Velvet was sweet too. All right, any other questions, Jeff, that you can read to me? Because I can't look up there, I'm sorry.
Let's see. Kathy said, what type of solution are you using to clean your contacts? Be sure
Yeah,
to
they're
use
daily, they
preservative-free.
throw away. You put them in, throw them out. They're daily. I don't mess around with solution. So that has nothing to do with it. I mean, it could be the solution that's in them, but I don't think so.
Bonnie says she hopes it is because of the lights in your contacts and not an after effect of your sickness. True.
True. No, I think it's the contacts because I filmed yesterday in glasses and I was fine. I can't get this open for some reason. It's driving me crazy.
I'll do it.
So, yeah, I don't know why I just can't. Oh, there we go. I finally got it. Finally got it open. Okay. Was this the one in the freezer?
No.
Okay. So this one in the refrigerator in there?
Yeah. It was
Or
in
you
the
bought
drawer.
it new?
No, it was in the drawer.
Okay. I was just wondering because it seems soft, but that's fine. Okay, and then we're going to mix up some flavored cream and sour cream. And these fries are looking pretty good, I gotta say. They're looking pretty good. All right, let's go ahead, Jeff, and do the video if you think you can.
Sure. Yeah, I can. All right, so just to give you a heads up what we're going to do here, I've got a map. It's a 3D map that was pretty easy to generate, and it shows our trip to Australia starting in Memphis and all the way back to Memphis. So we'll go step by step and talk about different things, and so I'm going to go ahead and pop that up now, and that is Earth.
Yay.
So we're going to start. We start in Memphis. We're going to fly over to LAX. And then the 14-hour flight from LAX all the way around the world to Brisbane, Australia. So I'm going to pause that right there. So we're going to, whoops, and I'll pause it right here at Brisbane. So in Brisbane, we're going to stay at a really nice hotel right in the heart of the city. We're going to go out and explore a little bit. We have reservations at a place called Exhibition. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So it's basically you don't order anything; they feed you what they want to feed you, and I love that idea. And it's locally sourced stuff usually, very in season, small plates, and just really. Usually they're very good experiences. So in Australia, like in the US, we have something called Michelin star ratings, and that rates restaurants that are like at the top of the top, right? Well, in Australia, they don't have that. They have something called, and I don't know if it's called Top Hat. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's something hat ratings. And so I decided to look and see in the different areas that we're going to be, are there any of these top rated, like in the 19, I think 20 is the highest you can get, top hats of restaurants, and this was one of them. So I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. I don't think this one is as weird as the other one in Adelaide that we found, so I won't divulge the weirdness that might be in store for me. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that, whether I'm going to eat it, but we'll talk about that when we get over to Adelaide.
If you do, I will, but I don't want to.
I don't want to either. Oh, gosh. Things that we do. All right. So now this is not nearly done. I just want to kind of take a look at it. And sorry I have to put it up here, but I don't want to put it on my cold
still
produce.
See it from here.
Yeah. And we're getting some good char. I'm really pleased with the way this looks. Looks nice.
And no, Kathy, I'm not flying there. That would be really, we would get about 400 miles into the ocean and then we'd be swimming.
So no, that would never be.
No, we're going on Delta.
Yeah. It's a 14, 15-hour flight?
Yeah. Patricia asked if we were flying business class. No, we're flying.
No, it didn't turn off again. Okay.
What is it? It's Delta Select.
It's Delta something or another, but it's Comfort Plus or something. Okay, I'm not like, I don't know. I mean, they're getting kind of brown, but man, they're taking forever. Like, this is taking a long time. These are going to have to be some fabulous French fries.
Yeah, it's like,
Because-
unless they're really, really good, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, they're taking a lot
Other than
longer.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, they are kind of easy to make, but they're not browning as much as I would like. But I'm not really supposed to turn the heat up. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Okay, and yes,
Okay.
we will be sharing videos of the trip. We're going to do, some will be food tasting, food adventures. Some will be showing where we're going. Some will be animals, a lot of wildlife, a lot of animals. Looking forward to that part. Tasmanian devils and kangaroos. And, so everything we do, we're going to try to shoot video if we can.
Yep.
So let's go from Brisbane, and I apologize for the zooms on this map. I gotta figure out how to get it to calm down a little bit. It does zoom a little bit. So from Brisbane, we are then gonna drive north and catch a ferry over from Hervey Bay over to Gari. And I'm gonna pause the video again. Gari is that island that, it's the largest sand island in the world. So
Is Gari, is that what it's called now and it was
it
Fraser?
was Fraser
Okay.
Island, now it's called Gari.
Okay.
K''Gari. And it's the largest sand island in the world. And it's got freshwater lakes on it, which is very interesting. I don't know how that works, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It means rainwater, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're going to do a tour where they drive you around on the sand, just because we might go out the next day by ourselves. We might rent our own, because you could do it both ways. But for the first day, I was like, we probably want to be with somebody who knows what they're doing, because the tides, you have to plan when you leave and come back based on the tides, because you are driving, right along the coast. And if the tides come in, you can't get through, right? So you can't go through. So I'm like, oh, Jeff, what if we timed it wrong? What if we got stuck? Because you get stuck in the sand. If we got stuck and nobody was around to help us, which
There'll be people around.
I know, but
It's actually, the beach is technically considered a highway.
it is. It's a highway. You have to drive a minimum, amount of speed and everything,
I
so
think
you
you have
don't
to
get bogged
maintain
down.
35 kilometers or something. when
Yeah,
you're-
it was kind of fast, maybe 25,
Yeah,
but
what
it
did
was,
you think?
it was kind of fast. I mean, I think it was like 45 hours.
All right,
Yeah.
so,
Oh, and dingoes, right? Carrick, there's dingoes
lots
and
of dingoes, yeah.
lots of dingoes, and they could be, they're not like friendly little puppy dogs. we're not gonna be kissing them, but I do want to see them.
All right, then we're gonna drive back to Brisbane, spend one night, and then we're gonna fly over to Alice Springs, and we'll talk a little bit about that. That's gonna be cool because we're staying at a place called Uramina Station, just south of the Alice Springs Airport, and it was actually built as a movie set. It was kind of like an old ranch. I'm going to take a look at those fries real quick while we're doing this. There's the fries still going, and back to that. And it's so far in the middle of the outback and far enough away from Alice Springs that we should see a lot of stars, more stars than we can ever see where we are. So that'll be fun. And
Jeff,
then the next part is going to be a blast. So let me go.
Oh, hang on a second, Jeff. I gotta interrupt you. Where's the cream?
Oh, in that fridge in there.
Oh, okay.
So from Alice Springs, we're going to spend 2 days there, and then we're going to take a train.
I know you guys can hear me, actually. I'm sorry, I just cussed. My head is really hurting bad, and I'm seeing spots right now, so I'm not happy. So I'm sorry about that. I had to talk a minute because I cussed pretty bad.
Oh.
I hate this, having a microphone follow me around when I think I'm not on, but like,
You're on.
I know. And I said the F word because this is not good, the way that this hurts. And it's these damn lights, and something's going to have to be done about it because I'm seeing spots and everything, like getting dizzy.
It's strange because nothing's changed.
And I
in
feel
here.
like, I feel like literally I can't see, and I feel like I'm gonna like fall over. So I'm getting a little bit irritated. I might have to just shut this down because this is weird. And it's only when I'm in this room with these lights. So we're gonna have to figure something out. And it's brand new. Like, I did have it happen though, I think. George probably remembers. He's got a good memory of, I had this happen one time before, but not this, like this. Like, I can't even see where my spoon is.
Spoon's right there.
I can't see it. I mean, I can't see you. All right, you know what? Oh, that'll turn everything off, won't it? I gotta get this light off. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to think of something new to do. I can't stand under these lights.
We're just gonna have to stop the live and
yeah, I just can't. I can't do it.
we can't continue.
I can't. Okay, let's get through this. Go through the video real quick. I'm just gonna walk away. That's all. I gotta walk away. I'm sorry. This is really bad. Okay.
Do you want to stand in that kitchen over there, or you have to get out?
No, I'm just gonna sit in the living room where I'm not like being blinded by these lights.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next step, the train goes down to Adelaide, and for those of you who join us here a lot, you know John Fries. He shows up here quite a bit. He's a good friend of ours. We're going to visit him and spend how many days? 4 or 5 days in Adelaide?
Yeah, I think we're there 5. Friday to Wednesday, I think.
Yeah. And then we start the Great Ocean Road. We're going to work our way through, what is that mountain range?
I don't remember.
The Grampians. That's it, the Grampians.
Yes.
Go through there, and then we're going to get down to the coast on the Indian Ocean, and we're going to follow that road along through the Otway National Park, all the way up to Melbourne, and then we take a ferry down to Tasmania, and then we're going to explore a little bit in Tasmania on the west coast, and then we're going to end up in Hobart. And in Hobart, Louise, did you want to talk about that market we're going to?
No, I don't really. I just can't, Jeff, right now.
All right. And then we're going to spend a couple days in Sanford, Australia, in Tasmania, and then we're going to fly back to the mainland, to Sydney. From Sydney, we're going to take a train to the Blue Mountains, check that out, and then that's the end of the trip. We'll be flying back. And back here, so I'm just going to end this live.
No, I'm going to pull the thing out, Jeff.
All right.
Just at least let them see what's going on. And the fries can probably come out. They do need to like go into a colander lined with a paper towel. Go ahead and take the fries out and turn the oil off. We'll see what they taste like.
All right.
And the food will be done in just a second. I'm just trying to keep my eyes closed out here and put a little pressure on my temple. And like I can see perfectly fine out here. It is those lights. And
Right.
Maybe we can try to change the color temperature of them.
No, we can't, not unless we change all the bulbs.
Well, yeah, but that isn't impossible to do. I mean, not right now. You know, I'm talking about for the next time. You know, I got through the video earlier today, okay, but I also am not looking at a screen. So that is the big difference here. Okay, so I just put in just a little bit of, I better check this because I'm probably burning it all up. It looks pretty good though. How many minutes was that? Gosh, I don't even remember.
It was 25.
25? Okay. So we're just about 20 minutes in, which would be about what I would expect. Until I can look at it, I'm just going to leave it open so it doesn't keep going. And I have some sour cream in here, probably about 3 tablespoons, and I'm gonna put about 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. Ordinarily, I would use a Mexican crema that you can buy. It's, oh my gosh, so delicious, but I don't have any here, so I'm just improvising. And I'm gonna add in just about a 1/4 teaspoon or so of the smoked paprika and a tiny bit of, no, I'm not gonna use any pepper flakes in that. I'm gonna use a little bit of salt though in here. They look pretty good. I mean, the fries look really good. What do you think?
They're gonna be crispy, that's for sure.
So we'll let those cool down a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna show them how it came out.
Okay, yeah.
Just get that shot.
Now, I will say that the issue is the contacts. Because now that I'm back with the contacts out and had a time to like go into the other room where it was darker, I have no issues. So unfortunately, as wonderful as those contacts are, they are not going to be something I can wear for a Tasty Tuesday or filming. So that's okay. For regular filming, I have regular contacts I can use if I want. This is not liquidy enough, so I'm going to add a little bit more cream to it. I want it to be kind of like a little bit of a sauce sort of thing. So anyway, so that's good to know though. I was starting to get a little bit,
Oops, I
was starting to get a little bit nervous because like the whole not being able to see thing was weird. But now I can see fine and I don't even have any issues looking at the lights. The lights are not as bright, which of course they are, but they're not as bright to me. So the issue is the contacts. Yeah, I think it was Carrot. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I put too much sour cream in this. This is still a little bit too. What? Are they like the best?
No.
They look so good. I really want this to be a little bit more liquidy, but so I would have put half of the sour cream because I don't need all this stuff here. And a bigger bowl would have been helpful, right? All right. Well, we all get the drift, right? Okay, let's try these.
Well, just think when you get your new glasses that aren't scratched up.
Yeah.
Those fries are good.
Okay. Okay. No other way to make them. Those are the best fries that I've ever had, home or anywhere else. Perfect amount of salt, Jeff. That was really good. Wow.
As far as flavor goes, they're about as close to McDonald's fries as I think I've ever had outside of McDonald's. But they're not soggy at all. They're crispy.
No.
Now imagine doing those in tallow. Like that much tallow in the bottom and then do the fries like that.
Yeah, that would be good. All right, I'm making a little bit of a mess, but I need a bigger bowl. So I overestimated the amount of sour cream. Oh, we need a lime. Will you wash a lime so I can zest it? Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. All right, this is looking good now. All right, I think everything's going to be perfect, but that's about what I want. Okay. All right, now let's look and see what we've got here. So this would be a 20-minute meal. I think it's gonna, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you immediately.
It smells so good.
After coming out of that other room, I feel I'm back to normal. Oh, those dark
I thought we were going to be done with Tasty Tuesday.
I thought we were too, to be honest with you. I was like, I can't do this anymore. All right, this looks perfectly fine. In fact, it probably could have come out a few minutes earlier, but it's fine. Oh my.
Can I taste a piece?
No, not yet.
What do you mean?
Hot, spicy, spicy.
Good. It looks good.
Okay. Well, this is how I would do it. I overcooked chicken a little bit. So I would take that time down 15 minutes probably. So that's even better. And then I'm gonna cut the lime in half. I was gonna zest it, but you know what? Like I said, I'm being a little bit lazy today. So we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna cut it into 3 pieces here. And I'm gonna make Jeff a plate first. Because I think I got the corn a little bit too done. Like I wouldn't have done it this much if I was doing this for myself.
We're gonna need some forks, right?
Yes, I don't think I brought them out. Actually, I don't know, maybe. Now I would not serve this with the lime that's been hot, so I wouldn't have that in there. I did overcook this a little bit. I should have taken it out, but anyway, we're gonna be fine.
So
all right.
Zest the lime.
So I'm not gonna zest it. I got lazy again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna juice the lime. I'm gonna put on a little bit of this Cotija cheese, and then a little bit of the cilantro, but not too much. Now I would probably put some fresh jalapenos on here too. You know, and then of course we have to have a dollop here of this. So this is kind of like an elote chicken and corn little dish. Let's see what it tastes like.
Let's.
All right, the chicken is a little overdone, so it's like chewier than I would want. But it's the flavors that I'm worried about. Like, are they good?
Oh, it's delicious.
It looks good. It looks good.
It's good with it all mixed together like that.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
Sour cream.
And make sure you have the cheese too. Did you get some cheese? All right, here we go. I'm going in. I'm gonna get some chicken. This is a pretty good one, huh?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay.
It's delicious. It's spicy, but good spicy.
It is good. It is spicy. Spicier than I would have thought. And that's just from the red pepper flakes. And so I would cut those back. I would cut those in half. But I am in love with this. I think I like this better than any elote dish I've had.
Yeah, because to me, elote is just, you know, it's good corn. But to have the chicken mixed in with it.
It's very good. Well, new dish invented.
Maybe.
Yep.
I'm sure someone's done it.
Oh, right, I'm sure. But guess what? I bet they haven't done it in the Ninja Combi.
And that corn's actually sweet. Nice.
The corn is very good.
So one more show and tell.
I think you could probably do it with, I think you could do it probably with frozen corn, or, I don't know what Leanne's saying took forever though. It didn't take forever. It was quick. I just talked too much, Leanne. But it was quick. I mean, 15 minutes in there. I mean, you could prep this in 5 minutes and get it done 15 minutes. So you get a 20-minute meal as long as you're not talking. So, and maybe she isn't even talking about this. I don't know. All right.
Melt cheese on the fries. Yeah, that would be good. Get you going for those fries. Well, those are all yours.
They're so good. Huge fan.
I'm going to have to eat a couple more pieces of chicken because that's my dinner.
These are good. All right, and then Jeff's going to show you our book, which I had no idea he was doing this, but I'm like so thankful that he did, because this is a major trip. Lots of moving parts.
This is our heavy book. It's going to have to travel with us, so it's going to add weight to my carry-on, but that's okay. So we printed out all of our itinerary as far as plane tickets, anything that's travel, plane tickets,
Yeah.
and train tickets and all that. We got a whole folder for lodging, so we're staying at hotels and bed and breakfasts and ranches and farms and all kinds of things. That's all in there. Car rental, because we do have several car rentals. In fact, we have a car rental here in Mississippi to get to the Memphis airport, because that's actually cheaper to rent a car for 2 days. We have to pick it up on Saturday to drop it off on Monday in Memphis. That and the return car rental is cheaper than parking a car.
Yeah, for 5 weeks.
The only other option would be to hire a limo, which is almost impossible around here.
Yeah.
Or have somebody take us, but we're not going to put that imposition on somebody because
Right.
it's an hour and a half drive one way. That's way too much.
Right.
Then we have a section for tours and events that we have booked or we're interested in. And then all of our restaurants.
And some restaurants and stuff, like a lot of things we're not booking ahead of time, but some you have to. But like I want to do a high tea while I'm over there and some things that I don't experience here in the US. So yeah, it's a big trip and we've had a lot of fun planning it.
Oh, we need a whole page for Carrick.
Right. So it's just going to be amazing. So we leave on March 3rd, which is a Monday. And this is the thing for those of you in the US or even in the UK, Scotland, you're a little bit closer to Australia time, but I still think it's less of a time change, Scotland. But I think is it the same as the UK though? Is it the same
Scotland?
as? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Scotland
So it's the
is
same.
the UK.
So you guys are, ahead of us, but not as much as Australia. So this is the funny thing. When we leave on the 3rd, we get to Australia on the 5th, but it's only a overnight 14-hour flight. But because they're so far ahead, we lose a day. So we get there on the 5th, and then we are going to have jet lag, obviously. So we're not planning too much on the 5th. The 6th, we're going to that fancy dinner. And then the time changes a little bit as we go across Australia, but not enough to really worry about, like no difference than what we do here in the US. It's pretty easy. And then
Except for the 30-minute changes from one state to the other.
Yeah, there are some weird things that go on in Adelaide with their 15 or 30-minute time changes. But anyway, there's on the way back, we leave the morning of the 8th. And we get, and let's say we leave at 8:30. I don't know exactly what time, but we leave sometime like 8:30, 9 o'clock on the 8th. We get home at 6:30 in the morning on the 8th. So we actually get home before we even leave.
We get back that day that we lost going over.
Yeah. So we get that day back, coming back. And that's just, it's going to wreak havoc, I think, as far as your body and sleeping and stuff. So, but it's going to be a wild ride. We're not doing any Tasty Tuesdays, obviously, unless we decide to do one with John while we're there, or something similar, some kind of a live. But we can't do a Tasty Tuesday because it's Wednesday there. So I don't know what we would do. So I cannot commit to a scheduled live stream on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock because I think it's going to be it would be 6 o'clock in the morning there on Wednesday. Or no, it's a little later than that because John gets, I don't know. Anyway, 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning. I can't commit to all that. That's too confusing as we're on vacation and stuff like that. So we're not going to do that. So we are going to go we're just going to go kind of fly by the seat of our pants. When we have something to do, we'll show you guys. We'll go live. It'll be spontaneous. They'll always be recorded.
Yeah, because it'll probably pop up at midnight in America. Yeah,
I mean, if I have an idea that we'll go live, then I can post about it. But, I mean, we might go live in Australia, and it's the middle of the night here in the U.S., and nobody's going to see it. And that's fine. We can do that. I won't be doing the premiere videos. I won't be in them, as far as I won't be in the chat, but I will still release them. And I was talking earlier about just setting up the premieres, but having everybody just gather, because we've got a nice group of people that go to the premieres and they all talk and chat and say hi to each other, and I just won't be in them. That's all. So I'm really excited. Okay, so George is saying 12 hours behind Australia. Yeah, so see, Australia is literally the other side of the world, and it is a big time change. So things are going to be a little bit weird. I am putting out videos. We have been shooting videos. The illness really, really screwed us up. I was out for I was a good 2 weeks not doing any videos because I just couldn't. And now we're trying to catch up, but it's hard. It's hard to catch up. Jeff's going back on day shift, so we won't be doing any videos when he's on day shift because he works, day shift, and I don't film videos at night because I told you earlier I'm old and I'm tired. So we may skip a week here or there. I've got some weeks where I'm putting out tubes just because they go together, like this gorgeous bread bowl and this delicious slow cooker broccoli soup. Those go together. So one will come out like on a Thursday, one will come out on a Sunday. But then the following Sunday, I might not have one. So just bear with us while we're gone. The idea is just to have like a fantastic time, take tons of video that we may do live, but a lot of it will be recorded like we do our regular YouTube videos, and we're going to be posting them probably not on the salted pepper, just because it would be a little confusing to all of a sudden have travel videos on the salted pepper. But we have another channel called Avoiding Highways that we've had for a long time when we used to do long distance motorcycle trips. We don't have very many videos on there because it was very hard to do that on the motorcycle, but and we didn't know what we were doing, and we just didn't keep doing it. So we had that channel, so I think we're going to use that, but I'll link to that through Facebook, and I'm going to try to use the community function in YouTube to be able to link to those. So you guys, if you follow me on YouTube as a Salted Pepper, you should get a notification that I've posted something, and it'll have the link over to the travel video on Avoiding Highways. What else? I saw somebody say something about the Langham has a great high tea. I'll look into that. And that would be in Brisbane, right?
Yeah, that must have been a comment.
I think it was Carrick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yep. All right. I think you want to just read down the comments. I'm not going to try not to squint too much at those, but
yep. Palm Beach Peter says, keep healthy, hugs and kisses.
Thank you.
George Camp, only qualified pilots have itineraries that size.
Right. I know. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. The nice part's going to be at the end of the trip when we get to Sydney and it goes into my suitcase, my check-in, and I don't have to lug it around. It's heavier than 2 laptops put together, so it's going to be...
You don't have to carry it on.
That's true, I don't. I just need it when we get to Brisbane. So, yeah, I probably will just pack it in my suitcase. Good point.
Yeah, because, the only one what you could do, Jeff, is rip out what you need. So rip out the reservation. That way, as we go, we're done with that.
Yeah.
You could throw it away. Because we have it all in a digital copy, too.
Yeah, everything's digital. This is really a backup in case our
sometimes our phones don't work or something like that. Yeah, exactly.
I actually downloaded Google Maps for all of the cities we're going to go to so that we can access them when we're offline as long as we've got GPS signal. Right.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. These fries are my favorite. So
nice and crunchy.
All right, when I just go down, then we'll say goodnight.
Yep.
Because it's time for Mama to go to bed. I'm tired. What did Barbara say?
I used to work with a professor that came from Australia, and when he moved here, he would fly to so he could celebrate his birthday twice with the time.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm actually going to celebrate my birthday while we're over
there. He is. Jeff is going to celebrate his birthday while we're there.
Oh, that's the one we didn't talk about. We'll do some videos on that one, but the place we're staying in Sandstone, we'll be there. That's when my birthday week, and they got alpacas and chickens that come right up to the back door of the house.
I'm so excited about
indoor pool and tennis court, and it's that place.
And it's indoor outdoor pool like.
Yeah, it's
so mostly indoor, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a soft covered almost, I think it's like kind of like a see-through dome kind of thing.
Right. Michael wants to know what the fries were cooked in. So I did a cold start fry, which is somebody brought it up on New Year's Eve, and I was like, never heard of it. That seems weird. So I used, I don't know if it was canola or vegetable oil, and I know you guys can scream at me all you want, but it's cheap, and it got the job done. So I just put the soaked fries that were dried off, I put them in the pan, then I just poured enough oil to kind of just cover the very top, and you just start the stove on medium with cold oil, you know, and the fries already in. And it took a while. I'm going to say it took 35, 40 minutes.
Easily.
To get them done. But it was zero stress.
It was hands off. I mean, you stirred it twice.
Totally hands off. And I wasn't worried that, you know, things would splatter out. I wasn't worried about a grease fire because I'm not a fan.
They absorb the oil, which doesn't happen when you...
But they're not greasy. That's what,
the oil that got absorbed became crunch, and it's not like...
They are
like
delicious.
Even to touch them, they're not greasy.
No, they're not greasy at all. They are delicious. So I would definitely recommend this cold start French frying oil stuff on your stove. It's delicious.
Happy birthday, Carrick. Happy birthday,
Carrick.
Love for Truth, and everybody else who's got a birthday
happy
in February.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday. I think Love for Truth. Oh yeah, Thursday. All right. Happy birthday, everybody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. This was actually a very, very good. Obviously, I would tweak the times a little bit, maybe even take the temperature down a tad bit, but all in all, it's absolutely delicious, super easy to make, and I would make it again and again and again. So probably when I get back from Australia, you guys might be seeing this as an actual video, and I may go ahead and try to do what we call a combi meal, which means I would be doing the rice on the bottom. So I would start out with a little bit of a moist cooking environment, but it'll switch over fairly quickly. And I think that's going to work pretty well to do a rice and then this little stir fry with some more veggies in there. So it's not just corn and chicken, and put it all together. And that would be a delicious meal. Really, really good. All right, guys, thanks for joining in. Sorry about the whole thing with the lights. That was a little weird. And
lesson learned about those contacts.
But I can tell you right now, and Carrick, you were spot on. That is absolutely what it was, because I can look now and see everything, and I don't have any issues. So I'm glad we learned that. So now I won't be wearing those when I do the Tasty Tuesdays. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the premiere on Sunday. Oh, I know somebody wanted to know what the premiere is on Sunday. On Sunday, I usually, most of the time, release a new video on YouTube, and at 10 o'clock U.S. Central, we gather in a chat. It's a chat as the video is premiering. So the people in the chat, or the people watching, are the first people to see the video. And I'm just in the chat with everybody, and it gives people a chance to look at the video, ask me questions, and we just kind of catch up with each other because we've become friends over the years. So we just hang out in the chat and we have a good time. So every Sunday, except while I'm in Australia, because we're not going to be doing that because it's going to be too cumbersome to plan out.
Okay, 2 more things and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
Love for Truth said, try jellyfish while you're there. Seriously.
Okay.
We will
that
try
sounds so weird, but okay.
And George says, just so I know, when is your last live before you go? 2 weeks from today will be Tasty Tuesday. That'll be the last live.
Yeah, I'll do the Q&A next week, and then we'll do one more Tasty Tuesday, and we'll be done. I mean, unless I'm stressed out. If I'm too stressed out and I feel like I can't do it, I'll cancel it, because I am not playing around. I am going on this trip, and I am not going to be stressed. I am going to enjoy myself. Jeff, this is a big trip. Jeff is going to enjoy himself. So if we have last minute things we need to do to prepare to go, I may cancel. But as of right now, our plan is to do Tasty Tuesday one more time, which I believe is the 28th.
Whatever.
And happy Valentine's Day to everybody. We didn't really do any themes of Valentine's Day. We actually had our Valentine's Day already, because I did a video for sirloin steak that I sous vide. Super, super tender. And I also did sous vide shrimp, and I did 2 different versions of the shrimp. I did a shrimp cocktail and then a shrimp with a garlic Parmesan sauce. So when I was filming the video, I'm like, Jeff, we're going to eat this afterwards. Happy Valentine's Day. So I already made Valentine's Day dinner for him, and it was delicious. It was really good. All right, guys. So the next time is next Tuesday at 7 o'clock for a Q&A, which is Jeff's at work, so we don't do cooking or anything. I just sit and chat with everybody, and we kind of catch up. So. And then the following Tuesday will be the last Q&A. Then we'll be gone for 5 weeks. Then we'll be back. So I think that's it.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. See you later.